Hi, this is Deborah with Hello My Garden, and today we are repurposing some coconut bottles to use as planters. There's coconut water bottles. So I got 3 of them, and what we're going to do, I've got a marker, I've got a drill bit, and I've got a scissor, and I've got some seeds, and a little bit further up I have some potting soil. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to cut the bottle. It's pretty simple. It's sort of like a paperboard bottle, and I found that I tried them last year, so found that they don't stand really good if you don't put them in something to support it. So we're going to put them in this pot here once we're done. And we're starting to rain, so I'm going to have to stop this and start it a little bit later. Okay, well, I'm going to try to get through this quick because we don't have a lot of rain. It's just kind of like a little mist that keeps coming and going, and we actually really need the rain, so I don't want to wish it gone or anything like that. So I'm going to try to make this fast. I'm just cutting the bottles down more or less about half. And they're pretty easy to cut, just being a paperboard. Okay, and what I just cut them kind of different sizes. It's not super, important. Whatever size you really like, and you can experiment, see what size works best for you. And what I do, a lot of people will go ahead and use a drill, but I find it just as easy to grab a drill bit. Just be careful you don't hurt yourself. And I just poke some holes in there with the drill bit. It's super easy, takes 2 seconds. Don't need to use any electricity. And we've got some holes. Okay. We got some holes in there. Alrighty, and the last one. And what we're going to do is, because I didn't find that they stood up really well. They seem to stand pretty good the shorter they are, but once the plant starts growing, if it gets any sort of considerable size, they tend to fall over, especially if you start to get a breeze. So I like to put them in a pot, and again, a repurposed pot, and we're going to put a little bit of dirt in there, and our potting soil, and let me go. I'm going to grab that, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I put a little bit of potting soil in the new pots, and I also brought out a little marker in case you wanted to mark, but the little bit of rain that we've had made it probably a little too wet, so well, I guess we can try a little bit. We'll try a little bit, wipe it off with a finger. And the seeds that I have is an okacha, which is a Bolivian cucumber, or kind of like a cucumber, but it's not a real cucumber. But they're a very big, large, viney plant with cucumber-like vegetables that are a little bit more warm. They like the warm temperatures a little more, maybe a little less. Cucumbers can be kind of finicky over here, so I'm going to try these. And I got this upland landcress. I have not tried this before. It says it's a member of the mustard family, so it seems to be a cool, warm crop. We're going to try that, and we're also going to try these garbanzo beans. And these are a black garbanzo bean. I've never grown garbanzo beans before, but this black one seems really interesting, so I figured I'd just give it a try, at least a couple of these plants. So let's try the garbanzo beans first. Maybe I should read the instructions because it came with something. Oh, this actually came with some inoculant, which is really cool because I had a package of inoculant and I've already used it on my snow peas. So things like beans, peas, legumes, those family like to have an inoculant. So to help with the nitrogen fixation. So we're going to put a little tiny bit of this inoculant in there. A little bit. I'm going to keep enough for the rest of the seeds because I'll plant some more later on. It's still really early in the season and I only have room for three pots inside, and I mean 3 of these inside if I want to keep them in the house or in the greenhouse. Either way, we don't have a whole lot of space. So, and I don't like culling out plants. I know that the proper method is to plant a number of seeds and cull out any of the ones that don't, that grow too close together, but I like to just do a few and give them their chance. So we're just going to stick them in there. And I should have written on that. So that is the garbanzo bean, since we're going to try that, even though it's a little damp. Okay, so that is garbanzo. And I actually repurposed these containers again and put a little bit of dirt in there, or soil. I always call soil dirt, no matter what it is. So I'll put just a little bit over there. And I had also dampened the soil already, but I'll put just a little bit more on there. And that one is going to be done. So that's going to be our black garbanzos. And the next we're going to try our okacha, our Bolivian cucumber. And we're going to put a few of those in, just 3. And these are interesting looking seeds. Look at these. They look like little pieces of charcoal or wood. Those are fascinating looking little seeds. And we'll put one there, one there. I try to distance them to give them the greatest chance of survival. I realized I forgot to put the inoculant back in the seed packet there for the garbanzos. Got back in there. Okay. And a little bit of more potting soil to cover them up with. And just a dab more moisture. This is probably not the best way. We also have a little mister spray that's probably best so it doesn't displace the seeds, but I'm trying to go fast here to avoid any more rain, which I really do want. Okay, so now we're going to try this upland cress. And a little bit of moisture is making this little packet wet. I may have to repackage it. So these seeds are kind of small. These are super small little seeds. Got 3 of them. Might want to do maybe a little more. Maybe 1 more, 2 more, 5 little seeds. And I'm going to put them sort of equal distance apart. And maybe 1 in the middle. Oops. Okay. And I'll put a little bit of that soil back on there. And add a little moisture, which hopefully won't displace the seeds too much. And I didn't write on those 2, so I'm going to have to do that. Let's pick it up. Okay. Now this was the upland crest, so I'm going to clear a little area of that, hopefully to allow me to write upland crest on there. And we'll put it back in the pot. And then we'll take the other one out, and that is the okacha. spell it right? I did. Okay, okacha. And that is, these are all done. So, fun way to reuse your coconut water bottles and give them another life. So thank you folks so much for watching and have a great day.